What up, phonies? Crazy Pretzel here, coming to you live here on October 23rd, 2020. We're going to review some AEW Dynamite from Wednesday, the 21st of 2020. Yeah, I was kind of hoping to get outside today, but I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but it's raining pretty good. So, yeah, not fully getting outside. And unfortunately, my backyard is starting to fill up with leaves again, so I was kind of hoping to throw out the leaf blower and rake a few up and set a few on fire, but unfortunately, it's just not going to happen today. So, how y'all doing? I'm one tired guy today. I got home from work around about 2:45, 3 a.m. this morning. I finished watching the rest of the show of AEW, and then I went to bed and got up, and here I am. So, I got about 6 hours of sleep. So, we're going to drink some RC to wake myself up a little bit, and we'll go into the show here. So, first match of the show was a World Title Eliminator Tournament match. It was Wardlow versus Jungle Boy, one-on-one. Pretty good match overall, I thought. Pretty much it was Jungle Boy trying to use his speed against Wardlow's strength. Classic smaller guy versus a big man kind of thing. So, match starts out, Jungle Boy's doing some drop kicks to Wardlow's legs to try to keep him grounded and stuff. Wardlow, they went outside the ring, and Wardlow eventually was able to, grab him and, slam him into the ring post, which was a pretty cool spot. Of course, Excalibur's got to say something goofy. He says, "Those posts have unnatural angles. You could get cuts and contusions from it." It's a ring post, dude. It's made of steel. You hit that shit, you're going to be fucking, having, blunt, bludgeoning damage or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to cut yourself on the post or whatever like that. To my knowledge, I don't even remember a match where anybody actually cut themselves on the steel post outside the ring. I've seen, in the ring where they've done, the turnbuckle spot with the exposed steel or whatever, but I don't know if anyone's ever actually gotten cut, hitting the ring post outside the ring, but especially getting their back hit into it. Excalibur's an idiot. They need to get him off commentary so bad. Wardlow, going back to the match, Wardlow hit a nice gut-wrench powerbomb for a 2 count. Then he hit a nice, clothesline from hell on Jungle Boy for a 2 count. Jungle Boy sold it real good. Eventually, Jungle Boy and Wardlow, they get on the top. They get, on the top rope, and then Jungle Boy was able to, to push Wardlow off, and then he hit a missile drop kick that took Wardlow outside the ring, and then Wardlow was standing by, the guardrail, and then Jungle Boy hits a tope suicide dive. But it was kind of weird because it was Wardlow wasn't facing him or anything. His back was toward the guardrail, so you just see Jungle Boy just briefly hit him in the back and then just kind of pushes Wardlow forward. It was kind of weird. Jungle Boy hits a DDT for a 1 count. Wardlow kips up after that. He grabs Jungle Boy on the top rope and he's going to go for some kind of big slam. Wardlow reverses it into a old Frankensteiner, or head scissor off the top rope. Then he hits a knee drop off the top for a 2 count. And then match finishes, they're on the outside of the ring. Wardlow, picks him up, and instead of the F5, they call it the F10 because I think he flips him, or he spins him around an extra spin or something. I don't know. I guess if you multiply 5 times 2, you get 10. I'm guessing that's where they got the logic of that from. So, but they're outside the ring on the ramp, and then he does that, so he throws Jungle Boy, into the ring with that move, and then he comes in the ring and hits that move again on him and pins him. So, it was a good 10-minute match. I gave this a full point. I enjoyed this. So, good match, AEW. You know what's funny with this show? If you took the first hour of this show, it was just a 1-hour show, the math I did for this, it would have gotten a 64%, would have gotten a D. It would have actually passed this week. But the second hour, to me, kind of ruined this show. It brought it down. So, yeah, got a bad grade again. So, but we'll get there. Next, they show some Eddie Kingston footage from, they show some kind of promo from last week that he's cutting on Moxley after the show. The promo was all right. My only complaint about that, though, is why not shorten some of your other freaking like 20 plus minute matches last week, and that way you could actually fit the promo in on the actual show, so that maybe we can see it and be like, oh, and maybe be a bit more invested in your storyline. You don't need to have like 20-minute matches every freaking week. So, you know what I'm saying? Less match action, a little more promo time. You have a storyline. You have something that people might want to check out. Just saying. So I took a half point off that for that retarded logic. Next, they showed a Jon Moxley video promo talking about his I Quit match with Kingston. This video promo was all right. I took a half point off because there was something that kind of bothered me with this, because like they showed a couple like brief video, like 1 second things of Eddie Kingston on there. But it was like, he was like, one of them, he was just chilling there like in a wife beater or something, just, looking at the camera. And then there was like another shot later, he was just looking at the camera. Like it wasn't like video footage of him beating up, Moxley, or just, you know what I'm saying? It's just him just looking at the camera. So I mean, like the way they filmed this is just, they just filmed a second of him just staring at the camera. So, like, how am I supposed to really take that serious into the promo? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you could talk about it like, something you got going on or something like that with somebody. Show footage maybe of you interacting with that person. But when you show footage of just that one person just looking at the camera, like, why? I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know. It's just weird how they filmed it. So, that got a half a point. All right, next match we have in the World Title Eliminator Tournament. Kenny Omega versus Sonny Kiss. Yeah, apparently Joey Janela caught COVID or something, so he wasn't in that. Not that he deserved it anyways. This World Title Tournament, like I said, some of these participants in this is a fucking joke. So, I actually kind of liked this, though. I mean, I had a real thought about, like, throwing out my rule of Sonny Kiss on TV. I just skip this and give this an X because it's Sonny Kiss, Like I said, you don't want to support things that you hate, so, yeah. But, well, again, like I said, I don't hate gay people, but this character, Sonny Kiss, on a wrestling show that I watch, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see a guy dressed like a chick, you know what I'm saying, acting like a chick. Like, I don't want to see it. Same thing, too, with Nyla Rose, transvestite or whatever, like a man basically in a women's division on a wrestling show. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. So, I might get some hate for that, but whatever. So, this match goes for, like, a whole, 2 seconds. Kenny Omega comes out. His entrance was actually pretty good. They had some good-looking, dancers or whatever with him. Just kind of dancing, when he came out or something, because I guess it was supposed to be, his grand return to singles action or something. So, I mean, the entrance was pretty good. He got some different music, too, and music was alright. So then he comes in the ring, and the match starts, and he knees Sonny Kiss in the head, and then hits his, the one-winged angel, and pins him, and that's it. So, I like that he destroyed Sonny Kiss. That was cool. But, I took a quarter point off, or I took a half point off for 2 reasons. Quarter point, it's Sonny Kiss on my TV. Another, quarter point, excuse me. Talking in the voice needs hydration, so. And burps, excuse me. So, after this match, Sonny Kiss and Omega helps Sonny Kiss up and is, hugging him and, tapping him on the shoulder, hey, good job there, or good sport, or something like that. I thought Omega was supposed to, turn heel or something. This would have been a perfect opportunity to fucking just hey, good job there, hey, and then just clothesline the fuck out of Sonny Kiss and just beat the hell out of him. When is he turning heel? I think you could say, oh, it's a slow heel turn. No, dude, it takes 2 seconds to turn heel. You do something horrible. You wouldn't dominate a match and then you just beat the fuck out of your opponent. That's a heel turn. It's not that fucking logical. So, yeah, I took a half point off for this match. Next, we had a couple of little interview promo segments or whatever. It was Orange Cassidy. Tony Schiavone's interviewing him, and he's asking him about his match or whatever. And then Cassidy just kind of like mumbles a response or whatever, and he says something about it being in Cincinnati, and then Shivani's like, actually, it's in Jacksonville next week, and he's like, whatever. There was no reason for this interview. Like I said, I like Orange Cassidy. I get he's doing his character of like, not caring at all or something like that. But like I said, the character makes no sense sometimes because, he's in a match where like he's getting beat up, and then all of a sudden he just turns it on and starts caring or something like that. If his character is that he's not supposed to care, then why is he caring? I don't get it. Like I said too, though, there's no reason to have your comedy act like in the main event. So next we had a Cody Rhodes showing up to the arena in a limo with Arn Anderson. Dasha's interviewing him or asking some questions. Dasha's a beauty, man. She looks good. So, but anyway, so Cody says something about that there's some stipulation that got added to the match, but he doesn't know about it. I wrote in big words on my notes, but he's executive vice president. So, I mean, if he's the executive vice president of this company, how does he not know what the stipulation is? Does the higher boss, the president, does he fucking hate his guts or something? I mean, he would. I figure you would know something about that. You know what I'm saying? I know you could say, "Oh, the mystery's a good thing" or something. Yeah, but it makes no sense. I don't know. I don't get why your second in command wouldn't know something or whatever that the first in command was going to do without talking to him about it. I don't know. To me, that's retarded. He also was talking about how AEW is a light heavyweight company, but he says that he had to bulk up the 14 pounds to hang with the bigger guys like Brody Lee and whoever else he fought. But he says he's like not really a giant killer, but he wanted to hang with them or something. I don't know. His promo was dumb. Whatever. Next we have, I gave it a quarter point. Next we have Eddie Kingston promo, him just sitting there talking about the I Quit match for the world title or whatever. I cut a promo like about Moxley going to the WWE, to sports entertainment, and making money while he was staying on the indies and, not selling out and blah, 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 and whatever. Promo was alright. I gave it a thumbs up. Like I said, I like Eddie Kingston. He cut a decent promo. But next we have Rey Fenix versus Penta L0M in the World Title Eliminator Tournament. And, of course, Eddie Kingston's got to come out on commentary. So I took a quarter point off this match because too much Eddie Kingston. Like I said, I like Eddie Kingston, but too much Eddie Kingston on this show. Like, he was like, they show the video promo of him, then he has this promo, then he's like out here for commentary for this, and then later on in the show, they show another brief segment of him like on Dark doing something. Like, just too much Eddie Kingston on this show. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I mean, take somebody that loves like chocolate or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But they like, and you like maybe, say if you like chocolate cake and there's frosting on it or something, and you like it or something, but eventually you just get sick of like eating too much of the frosting for the cake or something. I don't know. Maybe a weird comparison, but that's how I feel. Too much Eddie Kingston on this show. So we have Rey Fenix versus Penta. This match went 13 minutes. I actually thought I was going to hate this match, or like just kind of tear it down a bit, because I thought it was going to be just like a non-stop lucha, no-sell, high-paced match. They actually slowed this down a bit and actually did a bit of selling in this match. So, props to both guys. They had a good match. Match starts off, there's a good, quick back and forth of the guys trying to pin each other. Then that kind of stopped, and then they started doing like to me it was a bit lame. It was like a chop fest or something. Like, it starts off with them trying to pin each other, and then they just slow down and start hitting each other in the chest as hard as they can. If you ever seen the movie Dodgeball from I think it was like from the 2004 or something, they show like, what is it? The Average Joe's team like walking in some kind of locker room, and they show these like, I don't know if they're like Japanese guys or something, but like one of them standing there and the other one just keeps chopping him in the chest, and he's like, or getting chopped in the chest. It's kind of what this reminded me of it, but I was kind of laughing at that for some reason. So, what else happens in this match? Phoenix goes, there's a spot where Phoenix goes like for a jumping dive at Penta, and Penta hits him with a Shawn Michaels super kick. I don't know if you remember Shelton Benjamin versus Shawn Michaels, but they kind of did that spot. Cool spot. Could have, should have been a finish, but it wasn't. What else happened? There's a dive to the... Oh, Phoenix hits a diving, twisting corkscrew on Penta on the outside. And then Phoenix has this cool move where he runs the ropes and, like, kicks the guy's head on the top rope. Like, it's pretty, like, you know, very athletically cool or whatever when you see him run the ropes or whatever. So he goes for that, but Penta, like, gets out of the way and Phoenix just, like, crashes to the ground. It looks pretty cool. They show the picture in picture. They show a spot where, like, they're fighting on the outside and Penta's doing some more chops, and then he, like, goes to, like, do a chop or something, and Phoenix moves, and you just hear, like, the sound of his hand hitting the post or whatever. They had, like, a nice sound effect for that. That was a cool spot. Phoenix does a head scissors on Penta. Somersault. Penta up first, and then a somersault DD. Oh, yeah, that's right. So, like, Phoenix did this head scissors on Penta, and, like, it looked like Phoenix, like, might have hurt himself because Penta then hit, like, this, like, little somersault DDT on him. So I thought he was kind of hurt, but then Phoenix countered later with a super kick, and then he was able to do a Spanish fly off the top for a 2 count, so clearly he wasn't hurt. So, you fooled me, AEW. So then Phoenix went for some kind of flip, and then Penta powerbombed him in the ring with for a 2 count. And then Phoenix hit a Canadian Destroyer for a 3 count. I can't believe that somebody actually got pinned by a Canadian Destroyer in this company. Maybe they're waking up just a tiny bit. Maybe. I still don't have no faith. I mean, that would be like asking this cat right here to do some work. You know what I'm saying? But he doesn't do any work. So, next we have a video promo, a recap of last week with the Best Friends, where I think it was Trent, like, broke Miro and Kip Sabian's video game. I gave a quarter point for this because they showed a bit of cleavage of Penelope before, but otherwise, terrible storyline, dumb as fuck, a waste of Miro's talent to bring him in and just have him be essentially a goof with this storyline. I don't know why you got this guy that could, like, to me it seems like he's in good shape, he can somewhat act, you know what I'm saying? But you're gonna, like, just let him do, like, goofy video game shit. I don't care if he likes it in real life. It's like, you know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of, like, nerds in this fucking company as it is. And he's got a chance to stand out, and he clearly doesn't want to. So, a waste of talent, in my opinion. Next, we have some Dark Order interview with Colt Cabana, John Silver. I can't stand him, and Reynolds. And, I don't know. John Silver's, like, being a goof and mentioning how, like, he doesn't like Cabana, but he wants him to win the match tonight and win the title, and then him and Reynolds are going to win the tag team match tonight, and they'll be tag champs, and then Brody's going to win the TNT title or whatever, and they'll all be champions or whatever, and he goes on about this, and it's just like, this guy's like a little 4-foot-tall goof, and just, I don't know, like, he's all, like, flexes at his arms, he's like, yeah, look how big my arms are. It's like, yeah, dude, but you're like 4 foot tall. I mean, I'm like 5'9", I could kick your ass, and I'm in terrible shape. So, yeah, give that next, because, and plus Colt Cabana just is a goof anyways, I don't like him. So, Jim Ross could tell us how he's been a 20-year veteran in the business, he's still a goof. Like, stuff in the matches he does is goofy. I don't want to take him serious. So speaking of him, we have a 12-minute match next between him and Hangman Adam Page. This match, yeah, went 12 minutes. Didn't like this match. It was started off somewhat okay, but then, like, I don't know, then the goofy shit happened later in the match, and yeah. So, match starts off, there was an arm drag by Colt or something, and then he was doing some kind of goofy-ass pose, and then Hangman just punched him in the face, which I liked that. Hangman does a crossbody to the floor on Cabana, or a pescado, if they call it. I don't know why they call it a pescado. Like, to me, fish don't, like, jump on top of people. You know what I'm saying? Fish swim. They don't jump. So, at least as far as I know, they don't jump. If you want to correct me, put a comment somewhere, and I'm cool with that. Paige hits a fall-away slam on Colt Cabana. He hits a second one, which Cabana no-sells, and then he elbows him and head scissors him. There's some kind of goofy pin transition or something, like with his no-selling that he does for a 2 count. Yeah, you'd have to see it to see what it was. It was stupid. Next, we had Hangman going up to the top rope. This was kind of a cool spot. So, like, they're out, Colt's on the outside of the ring, and then Hangman's, like, going up to the top rope to try to moonsault him or something. Cabana pushes him off the top rope, and then Hangman, like somersaults onto the ring apron. And, like, it looked, that looked like that would hurt. Looked like it hurt. So then Cabana does a splash from the apron to the floor on Hangman. So, again, kind of a cool spot. But 40 seconds later, I timed this. 40 seconds later, Paige just hits a pop-up powerbomb and he's back on offense. No selling the big bump he just took on the ropes or whatever. Colt throws Paige head first into the ring apron. Like he slams his head like on the apron on the outside. Then later he hits this. I hate this pin. He does like this, like they call it the Superman pin or something, where like he goes to like pin the guy, but like his legs are like over the other guy's legs or something, and the way it just looks fucking stupid. Does this for a 2 count, and then Paige hits a buckshot lariat for a 3 count. So he wins the match. Match was okay at the beginning of it, but just too much goofy stuff, and then you have the no selling, and it fucking sucked. So, got an X for me. Like I said, you could have something slightly going, but when you mess up whatever bad, there's no recovery from me. So, not all, man, sometimes there is. Next, we have a Taz promo. He's outside. He's just like on the stage talking with Brian Cage and Ricky Starks. He talks to Will Hobbs and, says that he offered him to join him, and he hasn't responded, whatever, and then he rips on Darby Allin, and then Starks cuts a promo on him saying the next time they fight, he's going to beat up that, half-painted face little bitch or whatever. And they were upset, too, about, apparently, because Darby Allin is going to challenge for the TNT title. Because the match that Darby had with Starks, I think, a week or 2 ago, because he won, like, Darby got the title shot, and Taz, like, didn't find out about that till he apparently talked to Tony Khan backstage, whatever. So, I gave this a half a point. I like these guys, like, they're part of the reason I watch this show, but, they're talking trash about Hobbs. He doesn't come out. They're talking trash about Darby. Darby doesn't come out. So, like, to me, it was pointless. It was pointless. Like, they should have at least had the guys come out and try to get at him and then maybe have a pull-apart brawl or something, or people preventing them or something. Just something to add to the feud. So, maybe that's an old-school tactic, but guess what? It works. So, next we have the Jericho MJF steak dinner segment. Didn't care for this. I thought it was stupid. It's MJF and Jericho just like start singing like in like a freaking Broadway play or something like that. It was really dumb. I'm gonna give a quarter point of just a plus. I'm gonna say MJF actually had a decent singing voice. I'll give him that. That and they tried to do something different, I guess. I guess I could give a little credit for that, but very stupid segment overall. So, quarter point. Next we have Britt Baker squashing a jobber named Kylan King. Match went about 5 minutes. Kylan King got some offense in, but Britt Baker just dominated her toward the end. She hit like a DDT, the twisting fisherman buster or whatever. And then she hit a curb stomp, Seth Rollins style, and then she put her in a lockjaw and won the match, so Britt Baker looked good. So, enjoyed that. Then we had a video clip of Darby Allin with Steve-O from Jackass, whatever, and then Darby, they say that he's gonna, roll down this skateboard little hill thing or something in a black body bag, and Darby puts himself in the body bag and rolls himself down it. And then afterwards he says something about the television title match. Half point for watching somebody take a crazy stunt or whatever, but half point for also just being stupid. So, yeah. Then we have our main event of the show, which before I go into it, I'm going to say what the match was, and then I'm going to give some thoughts about something, and yeah. So it was Butcher and Blade versus the Young Bucks versus Private Party versus the 2 Dark Order jobbers, John Silver and Alex Reynolds, and supposed to be a fatal 4-way number 1 contenders match. I think it was an elimination match. before this match starts, so Butcher and Blade come out, right? They come out, and then the bunny, Allie, is with them. I'm like, what the fuck? When did they get back together? So apparently on Dark, Eddie Kingston, again, too much Eddie Kingston on this show. Like I said, I like the guy, but too much Eddie Kingston. I mean, imagine, like, back in the day if, like, say, like, you liked The Undertaker or something back in, like, the old school days. Imagine if The Undertaker just showed up, like, in your, like, next, like, Intercontinental match, like, at some point talking for somebody. Then later on he shows up, like, in a tag match or something, and then, you know what I'm saying? You love The Undertaker, but a little too much Undertaker. But, so, Bunny is back with Butcher and Blade. Eddie Kingston apparently is, like, said that, he's like, I got a gift for you, Blade, like, on Dark or whatever, when Blade was fighting QT Marshall or something, I don't know. But, so the Bunny just comes out and just goes back to Blade, and then QT Marshall apparently looked disappointed, and then that's how she got back together with them. What a waste of a stupid storyline. I mean, this storyline was stupid as fuck to begin with, because we never got no explanation why Allie was hanging out with QT Marshall in the first place, and then she just goes back to Blade with no explanation again, just because Eddie Kingston talked to her. You know what I'm saying? Very stupid storyline. So I took a point off, like, just a bonus point off this show for stupid logic storytelling. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. And then this match went 15 minutes. I skipped the match because I don't care about, like, the tag team division in this company. And I skimmed ahead after the match. Young Bucks won it, so they're going to fight FTR. I don't get why the Young Bucks won this match, because they're supposed to be bad guys and heels, right? They're heels. And aren't FTR heels, or are they good guys? You know, nobody knows how to book anything in this company, right? So what happens after that? FTR totally beat up the Young Bucks. They spike pile drive Nick Jackson, and then they do a Stone Cold spot where they put the chair, like, on the leg of Matt Jackson, and then one of them jumps off the top rope and jumps on the chair to try to break his leg. So, yeah, so it's bad guy versus bad guy, but then the bad guys try to cripple the bad guys. Everyone is in the world is going to say, oh, this is a dream match, a tag team title match. I don't give two craps about this, especially when you got, like, you know, a bad guy versus, like, bad guy, or good guy, bad guy. Nobody knows, like, what side these guys are on. You know what I'm saying? The company is fucking cuckoo. They don't know how to book anything. Plus, I'm also pissed off about the Bunny Blade Butcher storyline, because that might have possibly been something, maybe. But when you just say, oh, he's with QT Marshall, she's hanging out with him. Oh, now she's back with Blade. What the fuck? There was no explanation of it. No, like, backstage drama stuff, storyline stuff, nothing. Fucking garbage. So, you want to see some fucking garbage besides that? You probably can't see it, but there's some algae on top of the lake back there. Although the nice thing about fall, some of the algae is starting to die, so the water's starting to clear up back there a little bit. Still waiting for winter for it to, like, actually fill back in, though, with, like, when we get some snow and some rain and stuff and the ground freezes, because this lake needs to fill back up, man. Needs to, like, go back up to where, like, that pile of those logs are over there. So, alright, anyway, that was AEW. The show got a 7.25 out of 15. So it got a 48%, got an F, and maybe watch some stuff in the first hour, but otherwise, fuck this show. So that was my review. Hope you guys have a good Friday. Take care, stay safe, and enjoy life. Peace out.